Brevard Sports Network. Breaking news here today as another head coaching vacancy has been filled right here at Space Coast Junior Senior High. Brevard Sports Network notified today by Athletic Director Steve SLENTZ that this guy right here to my right, a very familiar face, is the new head football coach. Please help me welcome here Jake Owens. And, of course, Coach Owens started right here as a head coach in Brevard County. What do you feel like to walk back through these halls again?
Very nostalgic. Yeah. Very nostalgic. A lot of great memories here. We were cooking. We were cooking for a lot of years here, and we're one of the top teams in this county, and we plan on getting back there very soon. But, it's been great. This new administration has just been awesome. You mentioned Steve SLENTZ earlier. He's just been incredible, the athletic director here. And, they gave me a teaching job when I came back from Kentucky in August, and have been supportive from the very beginning. I mean, for me, I told him when I got here, I really wasn't going to coach this season and last season, I guess it was now. But, that I just needed to get back associated with Brevard and stuff. And, they were supportive from day one. Even though I wasn't coaching, even though I wasn't, contributing in that way, Mr. Flora, the principal, and like I said, Mr. SLENTZ, the athletic director, have been so gracious and so supportive of me. And, when this job opened up, my interest level was very high because of all of that support. And obviously, too, for me, yeah, it is. And for me, when I stepped down in 2017, again, we had this place rolling. We were a top 5 team in this county and had a lot of big wins, had a lot of great moments, it's they've had issues these last, since I stepped down, and that's hard. That's hard when you've built something and to see that happen. And for me, I'm just so gracious that I get to come back here and restore the glory, so to speak. And like you said, it's just a natural fit. Yeah. And this is my home. This is the place that gave me my first opportunity to be a teacher. I was coaching before, but to actually be a teacher and have a career. And then obviously, it gave me my first head coaching gig, Robert Spinner, so many years ago. So for me, like I said, it was just awesome to be able to come back here and, again, bring back all those great memories and create new memories right here in the Viper Pit. So I'm excited. I'm here to win right away. You know me. This is, for me, this is not a rebuild. This is a retool and get us back to where we need to be. And that is, the days of being one of the top teams in this county.
I tell you, it's funny because back in the day, you and Wayne Lawrence, you guys hit some really good battles for the Battle of US 1, a series that, as the head coach of the Vipers, you won. You won 3 of those 5 matchups. You beat teams like Orlando Jones back in the day here. I guess the question – the Rockledge Raiders, right. So I guess the question is now, I mean, I don't know how you answer this in a sentence or two, but how do you get this program back to where you had it when you rolled out of here in 2017?
Really, it's for me, and you've followed my career. I mean, I really, I feel like this is one of my strengths is coming into a situation and help, recreating a culture that's needed. And that's the plan. And I mean, Alan, you've been doing this a long time. Once you have that culture in your locker room and in your program and even in your school, everything else is easy. The X's and O's are easy. You just got to build that culture.
Oh yeah, he's going to spread it out. He's going to beat you down the field. There's no doubt about it.
No. Listen, you know me. We're going to spread it out. gonna throw the football all over the place. It's gonna be it's exciting football. And when I left here, these stands were packed.
Right.
We had standing room only Friday nights. People shooting off fire. I mean, it was a party here every Friday night, and we're going to get back to that really quick. But it's going to be exciting football.
When you went to Palm Bay, the thing that I really liked about what you did at Palm Bay was you didn't just look. You knew what Palm Bay was, the history and all that, but you took kind of a different approach to that. And I'm wondering if you're considering the same approach here, in that you kind of rebranded. You brought Palm Bay to the social media world, so to speak. I mean, you put it out there where kids were, this is a different world than it was even in 2017. And I was curious if you'll be taking a similar approach here, because I often lauded and loved what you did at Palm Bay, because I thought sort of the rebranding, the recreation, to put that school back into the community the way you did was exactly what was needed, and it was highly successful.
Yeah, Alan. Yeah, I'll be doing the same thing. Yeah. Obviously, I'm very big into that. I not only is my job to win, but my job is to give these football players an opportunity to play college football, and that's a big part of it. Is putting the program out there and getting the product out there and getting those players out there so they can be seen. In my career, I'm proud to say, with all the wins and everything else that was accomplished, my biggest accomplishment is all the kids that I've sent to play college football. And, and that's in my coaching career, that's over 100. I got guys that play in the league right now that I coached in high school. And to me, that's the most rewarding part of all of this. And, that's what we're going to do here. We sent a lot of, in my time here as head football coach and even as an assistant, we sent a lot of kids to go play college football from Space Coast. And that is what we're going to get back to. And a lot of that has to do with rebranding and refreshing the program. And, I've already started on it. I've only been head coach for a day, but I've already started rebranding and refreshing this program. And again, bringing that excitement back to Space Coast.
Final question for you. What's different about Jake Owens 2024 and Jake Owens 2017? What have you learned along the way in your journeys that you have brought with you for this go-round?
That's a great question. That is a great question. I'll say first and foremost, young Jake Owens. Although I am still young. Let's make sure that's clear. But younger Jake Owens, I'll tell you what I have done, I think, as a head coach is I've been able to find a way to make family and being a head football coach a priority. Sure. When you're a young head coach, it's hard to do that. It's hard to understand how you can run this thing, because this is a 24-hour-a-day job, 12 months a year. This is not being a head football coach at this level is not a part-time job. This is a full-time job, and it's something that you're doing year-round. And being a young coach, it's hard to do that and try to prioritize, being a dad, right? Being a family guy. And I'm a very big family guy, and I'm very, very proud to be a father. So I think for me, it's I've just been able to get a lot better at prioritizing my family and being a great head football coach. And now I have a 7-year-old who is like a mini me, which is not good for my wife. But he's very much into sports, baseball year round, playing football, baseball. He wants to get into basketball. And then I have an older son who just started his first job and graduated from high school, and now he started his first job. So I have a lot of that going on too, and I think now I have the ability to make sure I prioritize being a dad and being a husband and being a family guy and still being a great head football coach. And I think that's the biggest thing that that has really changed for me. Right. Jake Owens is always Jake Owens. I don't, I'm gonna do the same thing I've always done. I'm gonna dictate to you what I want done. I'm not gonna ever let you dictate to me offensively or defensively. We're gonna be fun. We're gonna be attacking. We're gonna be all the X's and O's stuff. Is that stuff kind of it's Jake Owens football, but that all started right here at Space Coast. That's the football side of me. That was created here at Space Coast. So to bring that back to a new audience, so to speak, and a family Jake Owens, and a community that is very hungry to win football games. And this, when we were rolling, when I was here before, this community was just incredible. It rallied around us. Again, I told you that the stands were packed, and we're going to bring all that back. And, but all that other stuff doesn't change. Just
Well, I can tell you this. It's good to see you back in the two best colors in all of football, black and purple.
I knew that was coming.
Can't wait to see the new shoes and all that. Look, trust me, if he could rebrand the school orange and black, he would for the Bengals, no doubt about it.
I never would, though, because of that team down south. I would never do that.
For head coach Jake Owens, I'm Alan Slaughter-Zinski for the Brevard Sports Network. Hey, everybody, Alan Slaughter-Zinski for the Brevard Sports Network, and you heard from the new head football coach here at Space Coast Junior Senior High, and I'm here with athletic director Steve SLENTZ. And Steve, first of all, congratulations on an absolutely fantastic hire, perfect fit. I mean, when you stop and think about it, we were trying to figure out on the ride up who it was, and once we saw Jake, we knew this was just the perfect hire. Why is I mean, it's an obvious question, but we want to hear from you. Why is he the right hire for a program that's struggled the way it has over the last couple of years?
Well, first of all, thank you for having us. We really appreciate it. We appreciate the support that you guys give us and throughout the entire county. Jake, I got to know Jake a little bit over the course of the year, and we're just really getting to know each other a little bit and not really diving into the football aspect because I really didn't know too much about him. I've only been in this position for a couple years now, and so after kind of diving into seeing what he has done with his career in football, what he did here at Space Coast under his leadership, and the great coaches that he had around him as well. There's many reasons and many factors that went into this decision. First and foremost is his character.
Yes.
It's unmatched. He is a quality guy, a great kid, I'd say, because I'm much older than he is. But anyway, so that is first and foremost the most important thing that Mr. Flora, the principal, and myself look at when hiring individuals for our coaching staffs. He comes with a wealth of knowledge of football. Our kids are definitely in for a change with his style of play. I'm excited about what he's going to be bringing to the table offensively with his attack mode and his style of offense. His ability to communicate with the kids gravitate towards him. The ability to get out there with the community was huge because of listening to what he has done in the past to get the community involved and the buy-in right away, support what he was able to do at Palm Bay High School with helping to establish and build a booster club. All those things were absolutely amazing to hear and obviously welcomed here at Space Coast.
It to me, I think what Jake showed his first time around here is that it can be done here. It has been done here. We're watching it in the north part of the county, with Titusville the last couple of years. And, of course, having Jake here at Space Coast, to us, to the rest of the football community here, this is going to be really great. And I know that Jake is going to put his footprint on this program immediately when he takes over. But I know you mentioned the community, the Space Coast community, and how happy they're going to be by this. And so talk a little bit about how important as an athletic director, because I don't think people understand as an athletic director how much that community, your community, plays in to what it is you do.
It plays a huge part because they're hungry. They want, as you said with Jake, they want to get back to those days, and it absolutely will start with the kids that are in the locker rooms right now. And I do believe when they hear the kids out there hear of our decision to bring Jake on, that there will be more that will join us within our own walls, because that's where we're going to go immediately. Is get the kids out that have not shown interest in participating for whatever reason, whether it be grades or personal reasons or whatever it was. So, we're going to work on recruiting the kids within our own walls through the kids that we have in our program right now and get the excitement out there. So as far as that goes, our kids are really important in the rebuilding of this. I should say retooling of this.
Retooling of this, correct. And so are you out there in the Space Coast community. And if you're somewhere else and you should be here playing, get your butt back here. No doubt about it. So I'm just going to put that out there as well. Yeah. For Athletic Director Steve SLENTZ, I'm Alan Slaughterzinski.